Share my screen here. Do go live. Cool. Okay, welcome everyone. I guess today, as I told you, we're gonna discuss the new features we've been adding to the website in a few weeks. We're gonna start with the dashboard, the first page when you go to giveawaymaster.com here. The first improvement here is the navigation across the website. As you all know, we've been working on a new onboarding form process, which is much easier, simpler, smoother, and everything you need. You can control everything. It has a lot of options to control your tutorial and how it's gonna go, with more emails for notifications, all of that stuff to make you updated with your client tutorial experience with us. The first button is in how onboard a new client. This is mostly what you're gonna use when you want to onboard a new client. So as you know, on the past, we go to the onboarding form, enter my available apps. You click on this that second link. You go to your CRM, then you click that plus button. That window will pop up, and you fill all your client detail and click save and all of that stuff. From now on, we're not going to use that anymore. We have the next week we have added a new onboarding process, a new onboarding form that will have all the options and the details that you need to onboard a new client. It's very simple, very smooth, very fast, secure. Everything is great on it, and it has a lot of options. It's even easier in navigation, and everything is one place. You can book your appointment, you can send a request to your client, you can do anything on the same page. So that will save a lot of time, by the way. Yeah, I'm still on the dashboard. Okay. The second button is welcome a new call here. Welcome call. It's actually the same. It will send you to the same page because, as I told you, I've combined the two processes in one page to save time and loading on our server. The third is the support desk. You all know the support desk, where you can submit new tickets or open a new ticket and stay updated with your tickets. So usually you use the tickets for, I don't know, some serious discussion, or maybe you want to do a deep customization for your client account or something, or maybe your account in both ClickFunnels or here on WordPress and the Giveaway Master. You would be able to open easily a ticket, and I'm going to answer that for you. And the last button here is My Clients. This is your CRM. This is all CRM, okay? Because all your clients will be on one place under My Clients here. Okay, so this is the new navigation and how you can navigate the website much easier for us. Nothing has been changed, by the way. It's almost the same, but I just make the links much easier to access. Okay. Let's go to the first one, onboard the new client. Take your time. Okay. Cool. So, as many of you know, this is the new onboarding form that you're going to use to onboard the new client. In this onboarding process, you will have two big steps to onboard the new client. The first one is to book a welcome call for your client, which become mandatory since like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, we've been just giving you the freedom to book the welcome call whenever you want, or even don't even book the welcome call, and we will have to contact and follow up with the decision maker to book a welcome call with him, and that was actually very hard, and sometimes it's even impossible. Sometimes it takes more than 10 days to book an appointment with the decision maker, and that is just a waste time for your client and lose time from his tutorial, and that is also actually will impact the possibility of closing the deal with that client if he's not getting his full tutorial experience with the product. It's high chance that he will not close the deal or decide to start paying. So I guess making booking appointment is mandatory is actually in your own good, and it's not that hard. I mean, if you already talk with your client to sell him the product, it's very easy to tell him just one question: when we can reach out to you, and which day or which hour. Okay, so let's get started here. To book an appointment, you have two options. The first one is to book the welcome call by yourself. Okay, the appointment you will be booking here is only the welcome call. The follow-up calls, we do that booking. We're going to talk with your client about that. But your job at first on the first step is just to book the appointment for the welcome call. What's the welcome call? The welcome call is just the first call that we do with your client in order to explain to him how to explain to him how the tool is working. Yeah, exactly here. What schedule welcome call is very important. The welcome call is the first call that our fulfillment team will do with the decision maker to walk him through the use of our tool and how important it is to get reviews on Google or wherever the platform he's chasing the reviews for. So the welcome call is basically like the most important part in onboarding a client, unless if you already want to take on the welcome call by yourself. But it's very important. Whoever will do that, it's very important for your client, especially for your client, to understand how the system is working and how to use the tool. Because literally, I'm not joking here, but some clients took like, I don't know, like 20 days or maybe 25 days to understand how the tool is working. In 20 days, my friend, it's like you're giving just 10 days for that client to use the tool. And 10 days is not that much to collect reviews. Maybe just how much he will be able to manage to gain, like 5 reviews, 4, 5, 7 reviews. That's nothing. We actually expect to get at least 20 reviews if you get your client a full 13 days tutorial to use the tool. Because I mean, if you're already sending like 2 or 3 requests per day, that's mostly like 15 requests per week, per month. I mean, 15 requests, at least he will get like 20 of his client, and we have reminders, notifications via email and SMS to the customer. So 20 reviews is very easy to get if you're giving your client a full month actually using his tool. That's why onboarding and booking the appointment for your client in advance is very important to give your client the best tutorial experience, and that actually will higher the chance of closing the deal with your client and making him a paying client. Okay, so as I told you, there's two options to book the appointment here. The first one is to book it by yourself. It's very easy. You just select the employee wherever you found the list here, click next. Currently we only have Scott, but in the future we'll have a couple of other people, so just select what you find there. The second is to select the time. This time you should contact your client about that, okay? And as you can see here, all the times is actually in your local time. So for example, if you want Scott to call your client at 10:20 p.m. your time, you just select 10:20, and Scott will call your client at that exact time. Scott actually will contact your client on the time that will be equal depending on the time zone, okay? So I'm not saying exactly the time you select here, Scott will use it. No. For example, if you're like, I don't know, GMT, something like that here, the GMT is like Easter time plus 4 hours. So if you select 10 hours here, Scott will actually call your client on the equal time depending on the time zone. So this is very important. So if you are living on the same time zone as your client, means if you're on the same city with your client or on the same time zone, if you're advanced about the time zone, you select the exact time your client tell you to. So if your client wants Scott to call him in 10:20 p.m. your client time, just select that. Scott will call your client in the exact time. But the problem sometimes is if your client is not on the same time zone or is not on the same city as you are, that will be a little bit confusing for some members and how they will be dealing with that. So for that, we highly recommend that you don't use the first option here, but to send an invitation to your client instead. Sending an invitation, my friends, is very easy. Oh, Scott time zone is Easter time, but that doesn't matter, by the way, as I told you. You don't have to care, you don't have to worry about that, okay? The time zone difference is between your time zone and your client time zone, because that is a little bit confusing for some members. We have some members that get clients from Europe or from Australian or Indian or something like that. So that will be a lack of, it's very hard to calculate the time zone and what exactly the time I should book the appointment for my client. So it's very simple. It's very, very simple. Even if you're like not an advanced or not that not a fan of the technology stuff, it's very options. It's very easy to select the option here. The first option is if you are on the same time zone or on the same city as your client, select book the appointment yourself and select the exact time your client wants you to call him on. Okay, select what your client tells you. If your client wants you to call him, wants Scott to call him on 10:20 p.m., select 10:20 p.m. You don't have to care about what time zone Scott is or wherever the available slots here. Whatever your clients tell you to schedule a welcome call in, just schedule it, okay? It's very easy. This if you're on the same time zone and or same city as your client. If you are not, if your client is far away from you or on another country or not on the same time zone, even with a 1 hour difference, that is a problem, okay? You select the second option. The second option is to send. Okay. Hi, guys, if you can answer the questions visually. Okay, so if we are in the UK, we do not book Scott time zone, but the client time zone. Yeah, exactly. As I told you, forget about Scott time zone. Okay, don't care about what Scott is time zone is. Our here, let me check it. It's very easy, guys. If you want, just open this page in your browser right now, and you'll see that you and I don't have the same time here, because our website check your time zone from your browser time or from your system time here, and will give you, it will convert all the available times in your local time. And when I say local time, I'm talking about your computer local time, okay? It's not something else. So as I told you, when your client is on the same time zone, you select the first step. If your client is from different country or from different time zone, and even if he's ahead or ahead of you for 1 hour or something like that, or even there is an hour or 2 days or 2 hours difference between you, you don't have to bother yourself that. If you're advanced in how to convert the time zone, you can do it yourself. Or you select the second option, which is much, much easier. Here, my friend, is you can just select to send your client an invitation to get and book his appointment by himself. This means that we are going to send an invitation email to your client with all the details and all the steps and how to book the appointment, and we send him a link, which is this exact link as you can see here. This is the direct link that your client will access it from onlinereviewmachine.com, and the link is publicly, so your client doesn't have to log in or do anything else. You will just find a very clean form as exactly the one you can see here, where your client will be able to book the appointment by himself, and as usually he will see the times on his time zone, so that will make 0% to make a mistake, and Scott will call your client on the exact time he wants him to call him in. So that's the best option here. Is if you get confused about time zone or your client is not on the same time zone, just don't bother yourself about that. Just place your contact detail here. The contact detail is the decision maker, to be precise. So place the decision maker here. Place your notes here. We actually took these notes in our records. I guess your client will not be able to see this notes. Then accept all the terms here before you send all that. You can find this small description here and what's this exactly and how to book an appointment and blah blah blah. Then send your invitation. To see an example of which email your client will receive, you can scroll to the bottom here and you select how does the invitation email looks like. You see that? This is the invitation email that you are going to send to your client. When you fill the details of your client and you send and you click this one here, send the invitation. You see this button? Your client will receive an email exactly like this. So your client name will be changed here, will be placed here, and your email, your name, sorry, will place here because we let the client know who actually sent him this email. So of course he definitely knows your email, your name, so that will make sense. Of course, we're not going to just send in the client an email like that, and I mean like in now an entity. So we must place your name here and place our support email here in case you want to talk with us. Then we send this great infography here that will help your client understand how our system actually working. And let me open this one in a new page. This is very, it is very, I think, is helping if you want my opinion. By the way, you can just save this to your computer and place it in your sales page or something if you want to. It's for free, you can take it. I have the PowerPoint file if you want this, the source file to change it or whatever, just let me know. So as I told you, this is how the email your decision maker will actually receive from our system. And simply they will just have to click here to book your call. When they click on this link, this button here, they will click this exact link. This is the same link that button will send you. And this link is actually will send your client to this page. Okay, this is a dedicated page for booking the welcome call for your business, for your client business. Okay. By the way, we don't recommend that you use this one to book your appointment. It's very important that if you are gonna book the appointment by yourself, you have to do it on Giveaway Masters. Why is that? Very easy. Because in Giveaway Master, as you can see, there is a third tab here that is only available for the people who registered on the website. And this will show you all the appointments that you have booked for your client, for all your client businesses. And you can find all the details here, and you can even cancel them if they are not expired yet. You can even, it means you can book an appointment as testing, then you cancel it. So Scott will not get confused, okay? Or just place on the note that this is a test or something, so we can ignore it. So as I told you, this is the page your client will be in. It's very, very easy. We even have a tool for picking for a time zone conversion, and I guess the client will not need it. But as the same on our website, you can find here that all the times in your local time. And right now we're talking with your client and not you. It means if your client will, as you can see, will select Scott here and go next. As usual, as the process you are taking down your computer, it's the same here. Your client will find actually the same time slot and everything as you see, because he actually using the same plugin as you are doing on our website, but here it's externally and not internally, because Giveaway Master you have to create an account to access all of those services. But here is I'm on the same place as your client. It's like me, I'm a client, and I want Scott to call me like 12 p.m. my time. So I select 12 p.m. my time simply. I don't have to worry about the time zone. The times here are already on my time here, okay? Which me is as the client, okay? So as you can see, I just place my name, phone name, your email, your clients. Okay, then blah, blah. We're discussing about this if we have to keep it or not, but I guess it's important that a decision maker have to place the member name who actually, it's like it means your name, okay? So I'm not sure about that, because I guess it's easy to handle, because we already send out your email, your name with the email. You see one of them that our member. This will be changed by your name. So I guess it will be easy to just place for your client to place your name here. This is not mandatory. He can just ignore it, and this one as well he can ignore it. So I guess it's not a problem. As you can see, this is how welcome call by Scott at blah blah. The price is 0%. And that's it. You just click next. You see, it's just 3 clicks. Well, I guess 3 clicks. Let me check. So with 3 clicks, your client will be able to book an appointment for his business. So that's like, as I told you, exactly. That's like 3 clicks or something. So just select the time he wants to. As you can see, these are not available right now, because in Scott time these are not available. So I just place my name here as the decision maker, my email. I guess that's only these 3, and this one as well at the top is important to do. These are, I guess these are required, but these 2 are optional, so you don't have to bother yourself on that. But they will help, especially sometimes your client will, I don't know, wants a custom call or something. He will, or maybe he wants us to call his secretary before we call him. So the section notes here is very important. So that's all. Your client just have to place his detail and click next. We're gonna receive the email. We're gonna receive the welcome email there. You don't have to bother yourself about that. And how you will know that your client booked the appointment? Well, I guess that will be up to you, but also we're gonna inform you about that, because here, before you can send the request, you have to confirm that you will commit to follow up with your client to confirm that the booking has been made successfully. So you have to keep interact with your client, not just don't just send the request and forget about it for the next month or 2. So it is important to keep up with your client after you send them the request. And of course, by the way, you will receive a copy of the email of the, if I'm not mistaken, you're already on as the CC, I guess. So you receive a copy of the email here. And if your client wants to reply back to that email, we will receive it. So that will actually help a lot. So as you can see, these are very basic terms here that you have to accept before you send your client request. We don't want spam. Sure, you can send as much as you want, but just make sure that you have a good reason to send a request again to your client. Maybe wrong email, or maybe you just forget it, or maybe it went to the spam, but I guess the spam is not an option here. Okay. Again, how to make sure that your client book an appointment. As soon as your client book or you book an appointment, when Kais onboard the client, he will make it active immediately. But if it is in hold, it means that the account has been set up and the platform is working, but it's in pause. Okay? In hold, it means there is something is not right. Very simple, very easy. You can either contact us on Facebook or contact Kais on the platform here using this live chat, or contact him on Facebook. I guess Facebook would be the best option, especially if you're not, maybe if you didn't find any of us here. So also, as I told you, if you book an appointment by yourself, there's nothing to worry about. Guys will onboard your client and make it active as soon as possible. If you send the request to your client, you can either follow up with your client, or if you see the account start change to be active, that means that Kais has received the booking appointment from your client, and boom, your client account will be active immediately. Okay, I guess the first step is very easy. I guess it's much clearer than before, and it's much easier, especially with this new option to send the request to your client. This will avoid a lot of problem in time zone and actually make it easier for you, and will give more freedom for your client to book the appointment at the best time he has. Because as you can see here, guys, there's a lot of times. You see, you're not limited to like Thursday. Select Friday. See how much time they're actually available, or the next Monday, for example. See, and this is very important, by the way. Yeah, I would say that loudly here, but you have to book in advance. It's very important to book in advance. You can just like onboard your client right now and book the working call like right now. That doesn't make sense, right? I mean, it's very easy to say that it doesn't make sense, because I mean, you want, it's like you want Scott to call your client right now at the same time that you're onboarding your client. And that actually doesn't make sense. So at the least, at the minimum, you have to book the appointment like tomorrow. That's the best option. At least, as I told you, that's the minimum that you have to book your appointment in advance to. So at least you have to select tomorrow and select the best time. You can select the first time, it's no problem, but make sure to select give Scott at least 24 hours to pick up his mind and see what kind of calls he expects and call your client with the best shape. So as I told you, it's not very wise to book the appointment like a couple of hours ago, or I mean in the next couple of hours ago. No, not go. The next couple of hours only. So it's very, I guess it's recommended, as I told you, to at least give 24 hours in advance and book the appointment for your client. And of course, don't book like 4 or 5 years, 4 or 5 days ahead. So that will be a lot. But I guess like tomorrow or maybe 2 to 3 days max, you can at least book your appointment for like 3 days in advance max. That will be actually pretty fair for all of us. And by the way, it's even better to book on advance, because if you want to like today, you probably won't find many spots available. So if you go like a day or 3 days ahead, you'll find a lot of spots. And actually, those spots are actually freedom to your client to select the best time to call him. Your client also has a business, and he also have Calendly, okay? And actually, this is linked to Scott Calendly. Scott will actually be checking this regularly, and if he updates something in his Google Calendar, it will be updated here, whether it is free time or not free time. So I guess that's all on how to book the welcome call. And as I told you, it's very important. The welcome call is actually what decides whether your client was gonna close the deal or not. Okay, let's go to the second step. This is onboarding form. I guess that's like the second step in onboarding your client. Oh yeah, by the way, I want to inform you guys that Scott is in the conference with the Chamber of Commerce, and I really hope he will get with interesting news, by the way. Okay. Yeah, I gotta handle it. Okay. So as I told you, the second step is onboard your client, or wherever you want to deal with your client. There are 3 sections here. The first is onboarding your client. The second is to ask for customization for an existing client. I would add the word existence, but it will take a lot of space. But yeah, ask for customization. It means that you already have this client in, and you want to change something in his I don't know. Let's see the options. Yeah, if you want to change the logo here, for example, or the request tool, the feedback tool, or something. Request tool. Where to find that? Okay, the request tool is this one here. We have the demos, by the way, guys. The demos link. This is what you have to share with your client, in case if they want to see before they order the tutorial. So this is the request tool. Your client literally can change everything from this one here, from send feedback request to the logo here. Everything here is customizable. So you can change everything here, even the placeholder, by the way. Okay. So it's very good, I guess, to give your clients such an options to change these stuff here, but try to do it after you onboard your client, so that will actually, I don't know, that will help you to onboard it much faster. So as I told you, yeah, here to onboard a new client, and here to ask for customization for an existing client. So as usual, you just place your client detail. Your client must exist. You don't ask for future customization. You already ask here. By the way, if you want to onboard the client and ask for the customization and ask for the customization at the same time, onboard the client first. Then go here and ask for changement on the same for the same client. It's not a problem, but at least give us the client at least. I mean, onboard the client, then ask for what you want to change. Okay, and that will make guys onboard the client at the right form from the first time, from the first shot, and that will save you a ton of time, by the way. So I would guess to place here, you should place like the client, the business name, or maybe I guess the business name. Yeah, mainly it will be the business name, maybe, or your cloud decision maker name. Guess member name. Member name. This if you're like the boss of your business, or if this is your own business, I guess. I don't know. If you want to change something, just give us the much information that you can. This is if you're your client phone number. If you select yourself here, you enter your phone number here. Just select, give us the email of that business or that decision maker, his email, his name here, email and phone number. Then select what kind of request that you want. Whether you want to change the logo of that business, this logo that will be placed here and that will be placed here. Oh yeah, this is the feedback portal. You already know that, by the way. And edit my client detail profile. Here, if you want to edit your client detail, either in this, of course, if you want to, when you change the client detail, we will change it on your CRM, on the CRM here, and on the information on the feedback, page here. It means on the platform itself, because we have separated database, database, yeah. Yeah, the third is the request tool. Let's see if you want to change something here. You select that, so Cash will understand that one of your requests is concerning the request tool. So you don't have to like be more specified on the full request here, okay? So if you just tell him to like change this text to blah blah, and you only select the request tool, it will be very obvious in what is pointing to. And this is the feedback portal. If you want to change the feedback portal, which is the second page, okay, these are what your client will receive, okay? You already know that, of course. Okay, third is customize the product. Well, customize the product is maybe a little bit confusing for some of you, but for example, you all know that if someone selects 4 stars, you will go to the you will go 4 or 5 stars. You will go to the Google page, right? You all know that. But maybe what you don't know is that you can select which stars that your client the customer has select at least to go to the second page. By default, we place that 3. It means 3 or 2 or 1 will not lead the customer to the review page. Okay? But you can change this number, by the way. Well, maybe we didn't know, we didn't tell you about that, but you can change this number. You can select 2 stars or 1 star. You can even make it 1 star or maybe 0 stars. Wherever the customer will select, he will go to Google Reviews. So maybe that's just a small trick, just to let you know about that. Other customization for the product is maybe, I don't know, the reports. Maybe you want to get a daily report instead of weekly report, or maybe a monthly report instead of weekly report. I guess those are some of the classifications of your request. But I guess this one is actually combine those two. Okay. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Third one is to select the attachment file here. Maybe it's important that you select, especially if you select the change logo, I guess you definitely have to give us the logo, or at least the URL here on this on the request full details here. At least you give us something to go to. I mean, if you don't attach the file to this form, at least you have to send us the URL in there. I don't know, you already know how to get the URL of an image, right? I guess you're already using that to onboard clients, okay? So, no, I guess you already know how to do that. It's very easy. If you don't or if your client just, I don't know, send you the logo by email, you can just download it to your computer, then upload it back to that button there, and we're gonna receive it and upload it to our website, and great. So I guess these are one of the, you can read these notes here. You can read these notes here. So I guess that's one of the coolest thing here. We have added it to the onboarding process. And now we go to the third one. Okay, this is like kind of new, by the way. We added this conversation, and this is linked directly to our CRM. So if you added something here, we're gonna receive it in our central CRM, which we actually collect all the data from everywhere. The third one is kind of new, as I told you. This is if you want to reactivate or cancel or pause an account that you already have. Okay. This one is, for example, if you onboarded a client like 3 or 4 months ago, just an example, okay? And after a month or two, he just decided to cancel, or maybe he didn't even kind of close his deal, and we just deleted from your CRM. You have the right to ask for reactivation for your client account. This means that you can have your client account back to your CRM. What this means is you can find. By the way, we never delete the accounts here. Okay, we just change the owned by here, so you never find it on your CRM. But if you want to reactivate it again, just place all the details that we need here. You can read some here. Of course, you just place what at least you remember that in. Okay, just and select if you want to cancel this account or pause it or reactivate it, this account. Canceling it means cancel it doesn't have that much of the meaning. It means we stop the platform and your client will not be able to use it, and he will never hear from us ever again. No email, no phone call. The third one here is if you want to pause your client account until you request it back. Pause an account, you can even pause it for forever. We'll never delete it. But also your client will not be able to use it. That's what the pause is. You can go okay, pause. Yeah, pause means that the account will not be deleted, but the client will not be able to use it. It means your client will get like a small message telling him that he can't send requests. Simply, he will not be able to send requests or receive requests from the front end, from the feedback page. So I guess that's fair enough for most of us. Okay. Come on. Okay, and as I told you, the third one is request back an account that you already have. It means that as I told you, already canceled an account that you want to get him to request him back to your CRM. You can just place all the details that you have here, guys, and we're gonna take care of it. But make sure to select this and add some details about your request. So even if you want to select this one and cancel it, place something here, because cancellation, it means we will delete that account. So I guess it's maybe something important to select. It's not that easy. I mean, it's not something simple. It's deleting an account. So make sure place some notes here if you want to. Just to make your request more solid. Okay, I guess that's all on how to onboard your new client. I already explained the full process of onboarding a new client and how exactly you're going to receive emails and all that stuff. You can find a lot of other information here and help and definitions. I placed a lot of details, and that will be placing a lot of other details here. So you're gonna be able to explain to your client the whole process thoroughly, and what are the follow-up calls, what are the follow-up emails, and what kind of how your client, when my client will be activated. You see that this is important. How does the weekly report work? You already been asking if you want to get the weekly report for your client, and in future we'll add more options to that. So yes, I guess we're doing great progress here in the onboarding process and make it more easier for you, more smoother, and give you more options how you can onboard your client. So, okay, let me ask if someone has some question, because Haitham will be talking about a couple of stuff here. Thank you, Del. Okay, Haitham, you're ready there?
Okay, yeah.
Cool. Okay, guys, let me make it very simple. As you all know that we already have a free video marketing service. We already have the video marketing service, as you can see at the bottom here. It's around like, where is it? Yeah, it's like $97 a month. This is a service that we sell, but we decided to provide it as a free trial with some limited on the parameters. So here you will get 3 campaigns, but with the tutorial you'll only get 1 campaign for 1 video with 16 video variation. Okay, so this is how you can very fast just how to order a video marketing tutorial for your clients. So the first step is just to add the I don't have to go through that, but anyway, just select, add it to your cart here. Follow the step as normal, as a normal normal service. You got to your cart, you got to the checkout. It will be all the zeros, so you'll not have to pay anything, and blah blah process to checkout. And I guess that's it. Just process to checkout. Your order detail will already be here, so you don't have to change anything. And boom, you're cool. This is how I just placed it in order there. But this is just the first step. We have 2 steps. The first step is to order the service and get an order number. Okay, you copy that. Then you go to the submission form and submit an order for your client, which Haitham will actually explain it right now from his end, because he's the one responsible and he's the one who will deliver all your video marketing tools. Okay, cool.
Video guy.
Sure. So as I told you, what I just did is just to place an order and get the order number here, which Haitham will tell you where to use it. Now I'll just have to stop sharing my screen here.
Okay, let me share my screen. Okay. After placing your order, I think I should do this. Here in this checkout page, after filling your billing details, it's really basic like any other website. Your name, company name, the country, street address, and all stuff like that. After placing your order, you will get that order number. This is really important. You will use it on the submission form here.
Yeah, this one here, Scott. This is the tutorial. Because we're on the tutorial, yeah. Cool, yeah, that's it. Can I continue, sorry?
Okay. This link, you will give this link after placing your order. You will get it on your mailbox. Just check your mailbox. If you didn't find it there, just check the spam folder. Okay. Here, place the business name, business phone number, business Google My Business. You should be look like that. You don't need a Google search because this is not helping. We need this graph card here where the reviews on it. Okay, how can I read this? It's annoying. Okay.
Yeah, the reviews are essential, by the way, to get to order this service.
Okay, the keyword target here, there is 2 methods of, there are 2 types, there are by service and by city neighbors. If you're using by service, then you should write here 16 targets. By city neighbors, we will generate 16 neighborhood of the city that where the address of the business where you are.
This means the local city of that business.
Okay.
But by the way, so if you select service or neighborhood, you can give us the target by yourself. It means you can fill out those and select them manually. And by the way, I guess Rick said that. By the way, on the set your targets added up to 16 targets. You can place all of them on the same field. By the way, guys. Okay, just separate them with a comma. You don't have to place each one in one line. Okay. We just added more fields plus just to help you organize it, all that stuff. But you can place all of them in one line. It's just that's actually what we're gonna receive. Continue.
Okay. Later, you should select an option here. If you want a full campaign, means 16 videos. You just select full campaign. If you want just the production video with no campaign, just select the second part here. Then you select the company logo. If you have the logo, just place it here. Okay, this is the custom video title, the default title. If you have any other title you wanna put in here, just type it. If you're okay with this, just leave it as it is. If you have any additional keywords, put it here. Video custom background. If you want a specific background, just put it in there.
We generally select that depending on the business and I don't know, the business industry, but also on that keywords. That was additional.
This is an option.
Yeah.
What? Okay. This is the option for the watermark if the video is still in production and you wanna show it to your client and it's not the final word. Okay.
We have an example, by the way. You can go to the top. There's a link that will give you an example of a watermarker video.
Okay, video 10 main color. Select whatever you want here. If you have any other additional notes or things we should know about, just place it over there. Okay. And if you have a specific date, you want the campaign to start from, just place it here. If you don't want the campaign to start from day one, just place specific date here. And the last part here for the member, your first name and last name, your email, and the order number that Mohammed showed you earlier. And that's it. So,
can I jump in? I have a quick question.
Okay,
sure.
I do have a question on the selection of geolocation or in the services. From your opinion on the value of this with the Google Spider, do you think it should be best to put services or geolocation?
Well, I guess the geolocation is better because that will higher the chance of getting that business listed within the 3-pack of Google, because Google will see a lot of content about that business, and even that, the content actually will have the address and local address and local neighborhoods of that business, local city. So that will be like strong optimization for that business to get ranked on that local area. So it depends. If you want that business to get ranked on the local area, you select neighborhood. If you want to rank it within the services he's selling or whatever, you can just select services. But we really recommend the city's neighborhood because that will actually make it much, rank it on the locals search results.
If we were to choose on the geolocation, could we in fact put 16 keywords about the service as well?
Yeah. Well, you can place you know, so like services or procedures, I guess.
Well, let's suppose it was appliance repair, and they did washing machine, refrigerator, dryer. I mean, those are the services that I think would be beneficial in the video. But you're saying that 16 geolocations centered around that business is more effective in the 3-pack.
Oh yeah, and because generally the 3-pack get I don't know how to say it, get attractive more to the content that is optimized for the local ranking. And the local ranking, I mean, it says itself, it's local, so it's literally have to be ranked on local areas, and the local are not services. I mean, you can find the, for example, I don't know, is for example real estate or roofing. Roofing is a service. It's not something that is related to a specific area or specific city. So, but if you select cities' names, the city's names are something that is related to the local area. So if you place a city's name in your video tags, Google and YouTube will rank those videos depending on the city location that you place there. But if you place services name, YouTube and Google will not focus much on the local city. It will focus much on the results of the people who search for that services. So choosing whether a service or a local city is your choice, whether you want to rank for those services or if you want to rank for a local area of that.
But we can't have a mix of them, is what you're probably saying.
We already asked you for an extra keyword if you want to. So
I got you.
Even within that, exactly. But just you have to think more smartly on that. The keyword, my friend, the targets that we ask you for, the targets, whether are service or neighborhoods, those will be placed on the title. So these will be seen by Google on the title, and people will also see it on title.
Great, I got it.
But the keyword, yeah?
Oh. No, I got it. I understand. Thank you, thank you. Can you go back to the new welcome page on the Giveaway Masters?
This one here?
Yeah, now, you may have a bad link on My Clients. I think it points to refunds. The last one on the right.
No kidding.
Up top, up top.
Yeah, I guess so. I just noticed that this.
And I think the first and second one also point to the same.
Oh yeah, the first and the second. Yeah, they're because they're actually in the same.
Okay, but my clients automatically goes to refund.
Oh, well, I guess that.
All right, thanks.
Well, you're right about that. I just know it, by the way. I was preparing some the pages before this meeting started.
I know. I just want to make sure you caught it. You're good. Thank you.
Oh, cool. Wonderful, and thank you for this one here. CRM. Okay. Okay, I just fixed it. Cool. Okay, it's fixed. Okay. I guess I'm end of my part here. If someone has a question here, this is all being recorded, so even if someone is not here, we'll be able to see that. Cool. So these are oh, awesome. Your name is here, Rick. You're an active member. Okay.
I'm trying.
Try harder. You'll get more results. You're already getting great. By the way, you're already sure that. Okay. Okay, guys. If no one already surpassed 3 p.m. here, and if you don't have any questions, I guess it's bye-bye here. Anyone has any problem or any question on his account or something? You're having live support here. If someone has any problem with his account in Giveaway Master or whatever issue you have, just let me know. Okay, maybe I have to clarify this. If you have problem in the website and your account to log in or something, contact me. If you have problem with the videos, contact Tyson. If you want to change, if you have problem with your CRM here or the platform for your client, contact Kais. Whether doesn't matter if you find us here on the live chat or you contact us on Facebook, doesn't matter. Just contact the responsible person for that matter. Okay. Okay, I guess that's all. That's everything I have here in my part here. Thank you very much for attending this webinar.
You have a question, Muhammad?
You. Oh, is there any?
Muhammad, you have a question.
Who's this?
Look at the chat. He's from Mike.
Oh, Mike. Hi, Mike.
No, the chat.
Well,
Check the chat.
I'm seeing the chat. You can see what I see. Yes, Paul, I'm not sure about your question here, Mike, but yeah, this is the new website of the Giveaway Master. But to be precise, we started this website like 3 months ago, so it's kind of not that new. Yeah, we changed it. The look is, yeah, I guess it's not the same here. But I'm not sure if, are you sure you're interested in the exact address here? It's Giveaway Master without the S here, okay? The old one was the S, but the new one without the S. So maybe you have to check on this. Yeah, simply just go here. Just go to the giveawaymaster.com. I'll send you the link here on the chat. Okay, enter there, and well, I guess you didn't have an account, so go to register/register. Click on the second link to create an account here, and boom, you'll be able to start onboarding clients. If you already onboard some clients on the old platform, Kais will add them here to your CRM here. Okay. You're good, right? Cool. Okay, wonderful. I guess we're good. That's around 16 minutes. Thanks for your attendance. If you have any problem, of course, we'll be reachable on Facebook or wherever. Have a nice evening.
Well, thank you for your time, and you had a great meeting. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Me too here. Take care.